Welcome to the deep dive. When you sent these sources over on failure, I kind of wondered, is there really a new angle here?
Right. It seems like a topic everyone talks about.
Exactly. But diving in, I was, well, genuinely surprised. We're so often taught to see failure as this, like, brick wall, right?
A dead end.
Yeah, like one mistake and it's game over. But this material, it really pushes back on that. It gets right to that central question. Is failure really the end? Or is it maybe actually the start of success?
Precisely. And that's our mission today, isn't it? To get past that surface idea of failure.
Yeah.
Your sources, they're fascinating. They unpack failure not just as, a bad event, but more like a feedback loop, a necessary step for growth.
That idea of intelligent failures from that one paper really stood out.
Oh, definitely. The difference between failing because you tried something smart versus failing because you just weren't careful, that distinction alone changes everything.
It really does. It guides you to a whole new way of thinking about setbacks.
Exactly. A new understanding.
And what really hit me as we went through all this is why shifting how we see it matters so much. It's not just, thinking positive thoughts, is it?
Not at all. It's deeper.
Yeah, the core idea that comes through is failure isn't the opposite of success. It's actually like built into it, an integral part.
It absolutely is. And we have some great examples from the sources to show this. Think about Thomas Edison.
Right, the light bulb.
The material mentions his, over 1,000 attempts? Something like that, before he finally got it right.
1,000 tries.
Wow. But it's not just the number. It's his mindset, right? That famous quote, "I didn't fail, I just found 1,000 ways that didn't work."
Mm-hmm.
The sources frame this perfectly as informed iteration. Each failure wasn't like a defeat, it was data.
Okay. Data. Finding what doesn't work.
Exactly. He was systematically crossing things off the list. Imagine if he just stopped at number 999. We'd be in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Or J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter.
Another great one.
Before all that massive success. Rejected by, 12 publishers? 12, yeah. And think about her situation then broke. Single parent.
Just trying to get by. But she kept going. And now, over 500 million books sold. It's incredible.
It really is.
It almost makes you think, if you haven't failed big yet, maybe you're not aiming high enough.
Maybe. But seriously, these stories, they're more than just inspiring. They show something fundamental.
Right. Failure's in the stop sign. Your sources show it's this profound teacher.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you what's not working. It pinpoints where you need to grow, teaches you patience, resilience.
And maybe most importantly, it tests how badly you actually want something.
Yes. Every time you hit a wall and decide to, try again, you're not just bouncing back. The sources talk about building up this, mental muscle.
Strengthening those pathways for resilience, for analysis. You get stronger, wiser, more prepared.
So what do you do then when you fail? The
Yeah.
sources had some practical advice, right?
They did, and it's quite clear, actually. First, they stress taking a moment. Pause and reflect. Properly.
Not just brushing it off.
No, really analyze. What went wrong? What did I learn? Some business texts called it a post-mortem, but without the blame game.
Okay, makes sense. Then what?
Then you adjust your strategy and try again, but smarter. That's the informed experimentation idea again. Iterate.
Got it. Try smarter, not just harder.
Exactly. And third, crucially, look at who you're surrounded by. Positive people, people who lift you up. Your resilience network, as the research calls it.
The people around you matter.
Big time. And then there's this element from some of the philosophical texts, trusting the process, maybe even praying, seeing setbacks as part of a bigger picture.
Right, trusting the journey.
And finally, that mantra that kept popping up, every champion was once a beginner who refused to quit.
That's powerful.
It really makes you think, though, what if the fear of failing stops you from even starting? Is that the real failure?
That's exactly it, isn't it? That's where it all connects. The biggest failure, like your sources kept saying, it isn't falling down. It's being too afraid to even get in the game. So next time you're facing that doubt, that fear, remember what we've unpacked here today.
Yeah.
Don't see failure as the end. See it as maybe the start of something really great.
A beginning.
Yeah, like that one quote said, you are not your past, you are your comeback. Something to really carry forward with you.